All right, we're getting the cart ready, but I look over and I see this. I love a good cozy sweater. These guys have a fantabulous, like if I poke the camera up, you can see they have a ton of clothing racks here. And I've never shopped over there. I'm going to have to at some point because you know what? With the change of the seasons, yeah, we can probably go and find some good layers. So they've got things rearranged here again at Ambets, and let's go see what's new today. By the way, full disclosure, killer clowns are ahead. Proceed with caution. If you know that movie, you know that movie. Tell me if you've seen it. It's a cult classic. We love it. Oh my gosh, and I love these. So I'm gonna pick these up. Milk glass. They were what 49 cents a piece. Can you believe that? See, these are the deals that I live for. Right? I just love it. All right, now we keep on picking here. I'm in the home goods section. They're always changing things around, which I know they get a ton of donations, and so I think they probably have a lot to work with. That was like a beaded tree of life, a nature piece. Some of the wire was very pokey. It was pokey wire, pokey bits, not to be confused with Pokemon. So we left that one. Now I like the frog. I'm like, you're cute. Okay, I like the critters. We love the critters. And yeah, if this doesn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know how to please you, okay? Because come on, it's a frog, and it looks like he's holding this. Now I'm gonna do a check because you know what? Fool me once. You know that whole thing that we went through. Yeah, still bitter about that. Well, now I just check underneath the tape. So if I'm thinking I'm going to invest in it, I'm going to peel back the tape to have a full good look. Because when you assume, well, you also know what happens, right? So I didn't assume. I wanted to make sure that his like hand was not going to fall off. Kermit's hand stayed intact. So, yep, cute little find. We're going to grab him. Oh, look at you. Nice divided tray. You. Now, this was real cute, real interesting. Looks real old, too. So I take a moment to try to see what this is. So, in between takes there, in between videos, I looked it up on Google Lens and it says that it's supposed to have a lid and it's a sugar dish. Sometimes, I don't have good connection when you're in these big buildings, but it worked. I love this piece. Oh my goodness. When I checked it out, the guy at the register was like, "What do you do with that?" I'm thinking so many things. Where do I start, my friend? How much time do you have? This was the plate that matched it. But there was a little bit of, I mean, this is really, really like super clear, not the most thick glass. So it had some little problems with the edging. I don't want to mess with that, but I will take the other piece. So what I did say at the front register, by the way, let's say hello to all of our friends that are on this section right here, because there's a whole boatload of them up here. Every time we come by, we always say hello. And they're all waving to us. You'll see them in a second. But what I did say, here they are. Here's the crew. They've been waiting to see you. Look at them. It's always got a smile on their face, except for the odd one. Cute little flower dish. But what I said was, it could just be a decorative tray for staging and for fall. It could be a trinket dish for somebody. It could be go in a bathroom and rolled up, little face cloths, light face cloths could be onto it. I mean, if you wanted to, I guess if you technically wanted to, you could use it for like a cupcake stand or something like that. But in my mind, it's decorative. If I kept it for myself, I'm gonna snag this for all the tea drinkers. This one's glass, not plastic. Sometimes you find these in their plastic, which are cool too. But a glass one, I wish there was more. Keep your eyes peeled. If we find more, we definitely want to snag it. But yeah, I'd use mine as a probably like for jewelry just to put on my dresser and just when I take off my bracelets and stuff like that, to put them on. I love these. Speaking of bracelets, we've got a fun bead show going on right now at the shop, and it's been a great, great busy day. I'm going to do a live in a little bit over on my YT channel, Sonia Miller, and so if you want to head over there, you'll see it after. But yeah, pick those up. Those are for small candle holders. So we sell different sizes of the candles here at the shop, and so I always like to have a whole section at any given point. It rotates of the different sizes for candles and the different kinds of candles that we get in. So the pineapple, and they're like crystal or something. I don't know. They had a really nice polished bottom. This guy, I think, might have been a perfume bottle. Do you see the way his head was? Just like it looked suspicious. Like I think your head could come off, friend. but we're not going to be that brave and open up a perfume bottle today. Well, 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 what do we have here? We have a piggy having some tea time with all his little lamb friends and bunny friends. I like this. I like this a lot. 4.98. What just fell out on the floor? I'll pick him up in a second. For now, let's see what we can find out about this. So here's the deal. I love the color a lot. I couldn't find any marking or anything on it. I don't know if it's a handmade piece, like a homemade studio ceramic piece or not. But I tried for the life of me to get some service while I was in here and I could not. So I have no idea. Anybody recognize that one? Is it a mainstream ceramic made one, like from the 80s when everybody was really big into ceramics? Or is it from a manufacturer, a bigger manufacturer? Let me know. Weigh in. These are cool. I love those little mugs. I thrifted a bunch with ivy on it, and I kept a whole bunch for myself. And I need a bigger cup of tea or coffee, though, but it is fun because, I don't know. It makes you just sip a little slower, and it's kind of nice to kick back with a fancy cup. So I encourage you to grab a fancy cup from your thrift store and just enjoy it. Now, we're going to go all around in here. I usually don't go back this far, but one of you guys commented and told me about how you found something back here in this back section. And it's more furniture, it's more art, lamps, but decor is mixed in. And boy, do we find a good piece here in just a minute. This is a tin punch piece. I debated getting this. I love that art piece. Can you imagine how long it took somebody to punch that out? A long, long time. That's a work of art. So this is the everything. That looks like an original painting. I swear I've had duct tape with that pattern on it. So I'm just curious now. Thinking, what are they doing? What do they do with this? Let's take a look. I like the sayings that were in these. Serenity is peace after the storm. And then relax the mind and the answers come. I really like that one. Do you ever get your best ideas like in the shower or when you're driving or something like that, when you have those moments of just maybe peace, open space? But yeah, somebody took that and completely did a whole border with duct tape and changed up the feel. Hey, you do you, boo, right? Whatever you love, whatever you love. The world is your oyster. So some of this art is great just to go onto the wall. If you're a repurposer, paint over it. Well, like the lion, I have seen that bear and wagon before. I think I did a cross stitch very similar to that before. Just having this reoccurring memory right now. Well, like that. I think that was a piece of fabric that was framed. Look at this. Again, how long do you think it took somebody to actually make that? That's beautiful. Oh, you find the most beautiful fiber arts. Now, this was scary and beautiful at the same time. I've been thinking a lot about pressed florals lately. And just when I've been on walks looking at them and, before the change of the season and all the blooms die, thinking about should I get a few of these and press a few of these? Here is somebody that obviously $4.98 a piece. They're pressed fall foliage, so all the fall leaves. The scary part is that, oh my gosh, there's glass behind all that. It's behind glass, so it's a little scary when you go to the thrift store and all these things are just heavy and bunched up together and you're afraid that they're going to break and you don't want to break anything. Oh yes. Do you know that feeling? But that's what you got to do. You got to get in there, right? You got to pull back those frames and hold them up against your leg or do what you got to do if you want to really see what's going on. Oh, look at this. Look at this. All right. Okay. Right here, like a beacon in the night. It is a face vase. That's beautiful. I was just saying, like, what, in the last day or so? I love face vases. I just think they're so neat. That's why I love the critter vases too, because when you put a plant, I don't know. It just takes on this really cool, interesting look. And I love that. So this already has like a plant stuck into it. So I'm sure I could pull it all out if I want. But honestly, that fake foliage, that looks great too. So I might just do a little cleanup of that. When I was checking out, there was a lady across from me and she hollered over and she's like, "How much you get that for?" And I said, $2.48. She's like, "I was looking at that." I'm like, "Well, you ain't getting it back. Too late. You snooze, you lose. Um, and she's like, I was looking at that. And I just like, yeah, it's a great piece. And she's like, yeah, well, I guess I left it. I left it there for you. Thank you. I will be making my way to the car with it. All right, let's see what's back here. This was one of those, looks like paint by numbers. Real nice. And then I saw another tin punch piece back there. Mix it up. I love that blue and white. Oh, that's so cute. The frame with the stand. All right, so we got a tin punch here, 1993. I was just admiring this one as well. Taking a minute. I like to see if there's markings on the back of who did it or where it came from. Wow, somebody painted and did a tin punch. That's real nice. They do good work. Now this frame, I'm like, wow, that's a nice big frame. I don't, it's got this like Tuscan. It honestly reminded me of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Have you ever walked down, what's it called? The Artist Row, Canyon Road, I think it's called. Beautiful spot. Anyhow, it was, I think it's a print though, but it's one of those Tuscan style, and they want it basically $70 for it. But the frame was broken. If it was me, I would take it, do my own painting inside of it, and rehang it as, you know, with new updated artwork. But to each their own. I digress, and we continue down the alleyway of obstacles. Now, there's all kinds of things in here. The furniture. Like I said, we're going all around the store. We're in the back corner. Are you scared? I think there was a sign on the wall that said, "You really can buy happiness." I just saw that. So that dresser back there was, I think, somewhere like about $50. Then there's this big curio cabinet here. That one's $225. That's a monstrosity. I don't miss my furniture flipping days when it comes to the part about hauling furniture around. Oh my goodness, I hurt myself so many times, drop things on my foot. Bruises always up your leg. Yeah. The furniture painting world, by the way, I love this Coco Paley. Love it. Somebody did a beautiful mosaic. Let's check out the lamps while we're here, okay? But yeah, the furniture painting world. Oh my goodness. Lifting furniture around. Uh I know. Every time I see furniture like this, I'm just brought back to those days. The idea of moving things around. Yesterday I was moving things around in my store. Like I said, getting ready for the pop-up jewelry show we have today going on. And yeah, I was just moving things, and I was feeling it last night in my lower back because it's heavy. It's heavy. And you wouldn't think it, but pressed wood furniture can be heavier than actual wooden furniture. For real. I love this big, tall lampshade holder. Is that right? Lampshade holder. This big wooden base of a lampshade. I don't know what this was. Do you think this is? I don't know what this was. A big, like a very ornate wood. I'm just checking out the textiles right now. But could it be like for hangers or decorative or a staircase banister part? I'm not sure. Oh, Piggy, you're so cute. I wanted to see what the price was, but that spoon clanking around in there, it was just like, no, we're not going to chance it, okay? It's got a little junk in the trunk, and I'm afraid if I turn them over, I might break the ceramic spoon inside of there. So I was like, okay. Take a look at this. I like that little trinket dish, $248, but the eye was rubbed off. Do you see it? But it looked old. Then I think this is when I found one of my favorite little pieces today. Oh, Garfield comes first. So I'm not the one who rises to occasions. It's not a pretty life, but someone's got to live it. Yeah, same one. It looks like they're duplicates. I love Garfield. This one, 248. Oh, perfect. I love this cat. I know somebody's going to adore the cat. I'm taking the cat. We're taking the cat. We're putting the cat in the cart. All right. Now, I'm just going to give you your warning right here, right now. Okay. There may be something very scary ahead. Don't look down on the bottom shelf. Okay. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. You cannot unsee what you are about to see. Like I said, this is the Killer Clowns edition. And I'm pretty sure he got free of the giant circus tent in the sky, okay? And he's here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Killer clowns from outer space.